This is the story of a child who was about to be born on earth. The child, still in the safety of the divine realm, was filled with fear and anxiety about coming down to the world. The child folded its tiny hands and prayed to God, pleading, "Please God, don't send me to earth. There is so much sorrow, pain, and difficulty there. I want to stay here with you, safe and happy." God listened to the child's heartfelt plea, but gently responded, "My dear child, it is your destiny to be born on earth. It is a part of the cycle of life. I must send you down to fulfill your role in the world." The child cried even more, stubbornly refusing to go. "Please don't send me, God. I am so scared," the child begged. Seeing the child's fear, God felt compassion and said, "I understand your fears, my child. But I promise you this, I will be with you every step of the way." The child, still frightened but curious, asked, "But how will I know that you are there? You are invisible. I won't be able to see you or know where you are." God smiled gently and said, "Whenever you need me, just close your eyes and look for me in your heart. You will see my footprints beside yours. They will be a sign that I am walking with you." This assurance gave the child some comfort, and it agreed to be born. Soon, the child was born on earth and began its journey of life. As the child grew, whenever it faced challenges or felt afraid, it would close its eyes and imagine God's footprints next to its own. Seeing those footprints always brought a sense of peace, knowing that God was by its side. One day, when the child was still young, it had an accident while riding its bicycle. The child fell hard and was badly hurt. It was in a lot of pain and very scared. Remembering God's promise, the child closed its eyes to see if God was there. But this time, instead of seeing two sets of footprints, the child only saw one. The child was confused and felt abandoned. "Why has God left me?" the child thought. "When everything was going well, I saw two sets of footprints, but now, when I need God the most, there is only one." The child became sad and worried, thinking that God had broken the promise. The child grew up carrying this feeling of abandonment, believing that God had left when things were difficult. This thought troubled the child deeply, and it started to lose its faith. Years passed, and the child grew into an adult. Life continued, and the adult faced many ups and downs. Whenever good things happened, the adult would see two sets of footprints and feel reassured. But during the tough times, there was only one set, and the adult would feel lonely and forsaken. This continued until one day, when the person's life was coming to an end, and they were about to return to the divine realm. The person closed their eyes for one last time, and again saw just one set of footprints. Feeling deeply disappointed, when the person died, he returned to the heavenly realm and met God. Filled with sadness, the person asked, "God, why did you leave me when I needed you the most? During the happy times, I always saw two sets of footprints, but during the toughest moments of my life, there was only one. You promised to be with me always, but it seems you abandoned me in my darkest hours." God listened patiently, and then began to laugh softly, full of warmth and understanding. "My dear child," God said, "I never left you. You see, those moments when you saw only one set of footprints were the times when you were facing the greatest challenges. During those moments, my heart was filled with compassion, and I did not leave you. Instead, I was carrying you in my arms. The footprints you saw were mine, not yours. I was with you all along, especially during your hardest times. I carried you through the storms so that you could be safe. You were never alone. Whenever you needed me the most, I was there, holding you close." This story teaches us a profound lesson about life and faith. There are times when we go through hardships and feel that we are alone, abandoned by everyone, even by God. But it is in those very moments that we are being carried and protected the most. We often blame God or fate for our troubles, thinking that we have been left to suffer on our own. However, if we look back, we may find that the challenges we faced were not as overwhelming as they seemed, and we made it through because we were never truly alone. Those who maintain their belief and trust in God will find that God is always with them.